Well, if we had somebody other than you here, Jonas, on the broadcast, they'd be talking about that other race because that's their favorite race ever.
Which one? Oh, the 840 something one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They talk about that every time we're on the broadcast.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
Moskowitz 844?
Yeah. He had a good college.
They're
career,
like, I don't
too.
think there's ever been a race better.
He's got the best college photo ever in a race.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
he
with
does.
the blood on the, yeah.
I sat with him on the plane one time, and I'll tell you what, I didn't know the kid.
Yeah.
By the end of the plane, I was impressed with him. He was a good guy.
Yep.
Quick kid.
3:21 through 3 laps. Valentino leading the younger Fisher.
Tell you what, that younger Fisher's not too bad.
No.
He's got some wheels.
You almost wonder, like, should he stay small or should he get, like, sometimes that when you make, because he is pretty small, like, you make that growth spurt.
The only guy I see is smooth as Giardina is him.
Yep. Absolutely.
Giardina was smooth his freshman year, right up through.
Is this happening?
Yeah.
Is that burnt?
He's not having a good day.
I don't know what's happening, but he's only 3 laps in. He's going to get lapped by the lead.
He comes in with a 9:56. Ryan Duvarney.
Duvarney?
Tell you what, the pack's closing. I mean,
Yep.
Valentino and Fisher are definitely closing.
4:31, so 9:02 pace. These boys are going to run great.
Damn right they are. They ain't out of this.
Sub
They ain't out
9:20.
of this race if he falls
Nope.
asleep. But he won't. He's so strong. 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Where some guys would go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, even if he's having a tough day, he's still moving. I do wonder sometimes whether he missed out on the capacity to play track. Like, he's always been like trying to be the fastest, the best, and like you don't. That's sometimes can not be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, look how he's running now.
Yep.
I mean, he just like turned on the jets again.
Yep.
You think Sally Sturts will be ready in cross country season?
I hope so.
I don't know what's going on there.
I don't either.
He typically takes winter off.
Well,
He's
did
cross country skier, isn't he?
He does
Yeah.
Nordic, but my understanding is he's not a fantastic Nordic skier.
Yeah.
He always brings it back for cross though.
Damn
Always
right he
brings it
does. I mean,
back.
he's a
Yeah.
stud cross country season.
But he looks rough right now.
Yeah.
I mean that in the nicest way I can, too. He just doesn't look like there's a lot of fun going
No,
on.
he doesn't
for him.
look like he's having a lot of fun. And he's one of the top returners
Yep.
next year.
He's got a great work ethic, and it'll work out for him.
Oh, yeah, he always does. But there'll be some other guys next year, too, coming up in cross country season that you're going to have to think about.
Valentino's opening a gap on Fisher now. I think Giardina just looked back.
I don't think he has to worry.
Well, it
Although
doesn't
they
even
are
matter,
coming
like,
back
but-
a little bit, very slightly, but I wouldn't be too worried about
Valentino's having a pretty good run, though.
Yep.
You can tell Giardina's definitely working right now.
Yep. I would assume that Giardina's made a lot of turns of a track all by himself.
it. Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure he's pretty comfortable that way.
Valentino looks like
It's only an
he's
8-second lead.
Yep.
tired too. That's all good. Yeah, still could come down to the kick. Matthew
So
lets
this
up
race
just a
looks
little
like
bit.
it's getting long for everybody else,
Oh,
though,
yeah.
right?
Oh
Wow. Nolan Peters looks like he's rough. Colin Foster.
Isaac Reeder's having a pretty good day. He looked all right.
Yep. Profile has come a long way. They're looking really good.
Yeah.
So here we come. It's going to be pretty tough. He's going to have to really get on his horse because he's going through an 8:06. And he's just going to have to rip.
Only 6 seconds ahead right now. So Valentino, man.
Yeah, Valentino putting up a good one.
Fisher?
But this
it's a
Yeah.
freshman.
this
Yeah.
freshman's flying.
He just rolled through 2,800 meters in 8:18.
Gomez having a good day.
Yeah. Looking to go around. So this kid's, well, why would you still be out here?
Oh, don't quit.
I guess. You're going to be on the track solo for a lap and a half.
Comes Giardina.
9 minutes now. I don't think if I was a thrower, I'd be trying to get across the track while he's coming. Valentino, look at that. 9:14.
9:14.
Now look at Fisher.
Jesus
Kicking in the
Christ.
home stretch. What is he going to be, 9:35?
Faster than that. 9:20 something.
That was great.
I'm sorry. So Giardina takes that 9:14. Valentino 9:22.
9:27.
Fisher 9:27. Freshman.
Freshman. Wow. That's nuts.
Mayu 9:34. Gomez 9:37.
Kesey over Sully. Reeder and Peters racing in. Here comes one of our other freshmen, Spencer.
Look at 9:27 for a freshman.
Crazy. Patrick Young's there, another one of our other freshmen. Reeder, 9:54.
Thank you.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, that was good, but I definitely was most impressed with Fisher.
Yeah, absolutely.
9:27.
Well, and,
What's
you know,
the fastest time you remember as a freshman?
I have no idea, right? Not sub 10.
Bova Hawkins.
What?
Huh?
I wish we could have seen Bova Hawkins race in
Yeah.
his or freshman year. You know how fast that kid would have raced the 2 mile in if he stuck with it.
Hard to say, yeah.
I mean, I know he's at
Aiden's
PEA
best?
now, but
I don't know.
So he didn't run spring track. I think he was injured that year.
oh really?
Yeah, because Patrick Young's has a Cole Brown record for freshman, right?
Freshman.
9:47. So
No, yeah, that's fast.
but 9:27 is 20 seconds faster.
That's a little bit weird. I don't
Well, that's a-
understand that. Like, if you're injured, I wouldn't run.
Let's see if we can dig that one up.
Got the ladies 4x4.
4x4.
Got Hopkinton, Winnicott, Merrimack, Merrimack Valley, Belmont, Dover, Bishop Girton, and Hanover.
And what do I see? Reese Bove out for her 4th event of the day. Way to go, Reese.
Yeah, and Shaylee's out there again.
Out there again. And, of course, who's in the second leg? None other than our Meet of Champions 3,200 meter winner with a cool 13 and a half minutes of break.
Yeah.
No, she would have had more than that.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much how it goes. remember last year I did the same thing, and I almost told my relay team we're not doing the 4x4.
You always have it after that. 4x4, no matter what.
We do, as part of a workout, we do all of the big events and stuff like that. And it's pretty funny watching the kids, you know, in some cases when they're combining the 2 mile, you know, the girls will come off because they're going to be at the back end of a 2 mile. And then they're stepping right on to run the 4x4. They're planning for it, so they understand it's going to hurt. But
Yeah, it's definitely a change of gears if you want to go from those 2 different events.
But the beautiful part is if you're going from the 3200 to the 400, you just pretty much run as hard as you can the whole way.
Yeah.
So who's this kid you were talking about?
Bova Hawkins. So he did cross country.
Bocelli.
So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
He
When they went to Phillips Exeter?
Yep. And he's technically, or I think he redid his freshman year this year. So yeah, you'll still see 3 more years of him, which will be pretty awesome.
Sort of see 3 more years because we only see him partially.
Yeah, you'll see him at the bigger races.
Merrimack takes the handoff first, followed by Merrimack Valley, Winnicott, Belmont, Hopkinton, Dover, BG, and Newmarket. Is that Newmarket? Oh, Hanover. Probably the announcers tent would be my guess. They would know. Right in the middle.
And here's the
All
first
right,
exchange.
what do we got?
Looks
Merrimack
like,
still out. Oh, no Merrimack Valley out front. Followed by Winnicott, Merrimack, Belmont, BG, Dover, Hopkinton, Dover, and Hanover. Well, that.
Maddie, you can take the rest of the day
Yeah,
off.
that finishes up Maddie Lane's day.
Did a pretty good job
9
today.
laps. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Good for her.
9 laps plus an MOC
your last
championship.
lap in your 3200 was better than that. It was more important.
Ah, I suppose that is true.
Yeah. Made it count.
Made it count, which is what matters.
She's a stud.
I have a funny feeling this is kind of for fun for them.
Yeah. It's all right.
Got a bunch of seniors on those teams. All right, Merrimack Valley coming into the exchange first. 306.
Had a good one going, Merrimack Valley.
Winnicott. Merrimack. Here comes Belmont with Ava Lacasse on the anchor leg. Hanover. Hopkinton with Murdo on the anchor leg. BG and Dover. See the numbers coming back over the timer, so the clerking is done for the day, or at least the hipping
As
is.
Forrest would say, time to go home now.
Time to go home now.
I'll run enough. I'm a little bit tired.
A little bit tired.
Yeah.
Here we go. Merrimack Valley coming down the straight. Oh, great battle for third here. Going on a limb, and I think Lacasse will get there. So Merrimack Valley takes it. Winnicott will be second. Belmont third. Merrimack fourth. Hanover coming from the back of it originally for fifth. And Hopkinton sixth.
You definitely get mileage out of her in Belmont, don't they? Good.
They do. Yeah, they tend to be pretty strong.
Yeah.
Even though they tend to be on the sprint end of things.
Okay, we got Bedford, Pinkerton, Nashua North, Concord, Exeter, Portsmouth, Oyster River, Nashua South. Last week, Concord broke under the 4 barrier.
Yep.
Got 3:59.52. This is going to be a good one, though. You get Exeter, Nash, and North, Portsmouth. Those 4 teams.
Something exciting going over on in pole vault. There, everybody was cheering about. You can see the bar is still up, so there's a clearance.
Let's see what it's at.
Triple jump.
Goulas.
There. Goulas takes triple.
Tell you what, she's a stud.
She is. 1-3 last week. It'll be interesting to see how many she gets this week.
Just under 12 feet right now. That pole vault.
See Cook back.
Yep. Day's not quite over. And off we go. Looks like Exeter making up the stagger quickly. Another track that we have that doesn't have a 3-turn stagger, huh?
Yeah.
I guess the unfortunate part is we've decided to go to a 3-turn stagger and then now we don't use it. Hard to say what's going on out there at this point, but it's where we need drone footage.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be nice to bring one out.
Looks
It's
like
hard to
Exeter
connect.
coming into the handoff zone first. Concord right behind.
Concord's got some work to do.
Yep,
Exeter's the king of relays, though. They put together some good ones.
they do.
They don't
I think
they don't have bad relays.
they work on being very interchangeable, I think, which is handy when you are doing relays. But Concord's right up on the hip now.